Hi, it's Mara Connect News here today. Of course, Mary and Bibi. I'd like to preach on Revelation chapter 16 in the Bible about the seven bowls. This one, first bowl is the first one in verse 2. He says, so the first went when the first went out and poured the angel first went out and poured his bowl upon the earth, and foul and lost sore came upon the earth. I believe that today in the COVID-19, where when the mark of the beast and all are stirring up, so the sore is gonna manifest in this area. Really really terrible sores, lost some sores. And the second one is the second angel poured out his bowl on the sea, and the blood became a dead man blood. That one gonna come again. That in verse 3. And in verse 4 in Revelation 16, he said, the third bowl, then the third angel poured out his bowl onto the rivers of springs and water, and it became blood. There's two types of blood there. Yep. And the fourth one in verse 8, it says here, then the fourth angel poured out his bowl upon the sun, and power was given to him to scorch the man on fire. That's happening. The sun's been changing a lot too, and the heat up the earth, it's going to be very heated up very soon, and the sun and it was given to scorch man on fire. That means it's gonna really the sun's gonna get hot. That's already happening. Flares are already let go by the sun. Flares are already happening, and flares been coming to earth lately. That's been happening. And the fifth bowl, darkness and pain. Then the fifth angel poured out his bowl on the throne of the beast, and his kingdom became full of darkness, and they were in pain, tongues, and because of their pain, they had this terrible thing happening to them, and blasphemy of God of heaven because of the pain and their souls. They blasphemy God. They done all this terrible thing because they were in pain, and they let their tongue come out and cursing people, cursing God. And the sixth angel in Revelation chapter 16, 12, verse 12, the sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up, so they were the way of the kings from the east and might be prepared. So there's probably a war coming up here or something. The big river of Euphrates gonna dry up. Yep. There's a lot of things here says about, and verse 16, chapter 16 to verse 16 in 6 bowl is here, and they gathered there together to the place called in Hebrew Armageddon. So there's a big war. The Euphrates gotta have to dry up, and there's gonna be a big war. That's taking its place because we are living in dry climate, drought. Yep. The seventh bowl, the earth utterly shaken. In Revelation chapter 16 verse 17, then the seventh bowl poured out his bowl into the air, and a loud voice came out of the heaven temple from the throne saying, "It is done." And all these things gonna happen because it says in the air. So this bowl came out of the air. Well, just imagine what travels in the air. But God said, "It is done." So He's saying it is done. So all these things that are gonna come upon us through the air, well, God's saying it is done. See in that last and I wonder what they in verse there say. In verse chapter 16 verse 17 in Revelation he say, and the great hail from heaven fell upon men, each hailstone about the weight of a talent. Man blasphemed God because of the plague of the hail, since the plague was exceedingly high. Yeah, I hope you had that little testimony today from me. Hope you enjoy it. Just read Revelation chapter 16, the bowls, 7 bowls. Yeah, if you want to continue your journey, you should read this. And Revelation is a good book because it reveals a lot of things. And for Mary Mara Connect News, East Kimberley, Top End, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy my ministry today. Thank you.